guys, welcome to Long Life Trainer today. My name is Jim Long. I am the Long Life Trainer, so to speak. Today we're going to go over a technique that I've used with a lot of fighters. It's worked with most guys. Some guys just can't. It just doesn't work. But because you are using your hands and your feet together, and you got to have good coordination for this, but it increases your power on a specific punch. So this is basically you're gonna move to your left or move to your right, and you're gonna actually punch while doing it, and you're gonna use the momentum of your body and the momentum of the movement to the new position for the punch to add to that power. So it's a unique thing. I call it, I refer to it as the samurai punch. A lot of guys know that because like a samurai, is take his sword and would, do that whole thing. So that's why I referred it to that. But when I would call it in a ring, I'd tell the guys, I would say, it's a hook. So it's either the hook numbers, or it's either going to be a 6 or it's going to be a 3. So you're either going to step over and you're going to throw a hook, you're going to throw a 3, or you're going to step over, you're going to throw a 6. Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. And like I said, what I would do, I would call it as I would say, I would call a combination of whatever, and I would yell, take the 3 with you, take the 3 with you. And that would mean you would step and you would throw a 3, and you would literally try and take that 2 with you, which means you are cutting the body in half. So that's what the mindset would be for my fighters. I would tell them, listen, here's what you're doing. You have to visually keep this in your mind. Reality doesn't matter to me. You're in there. Visualize you are cutting him in half. You're not visualizing it only. You're not only going to you're going to cut him in half with your punch. That's it. There is no other expectations. That's what you're doing. You have to get that in your mind, knowing, okay, I'm throwing this punch, and I'll be goddamn, I'm taking this punch with me. It's going through his body and coming out the other side. So that's why I would say, take the punch with you, because no way that he is going to keep your arm from coming back to your body to protect yourself. You're going right through his body. End of story. So that was the mindset, and it resulted in a lot of good, two knockouts received. Not me. I never did this. I learned how to do this punch, kind of taught myself, and learned how to do this kind of watching other techniques and things like that, putting things together, whatever, after I was done fighting. So, but 2 knockouts, 1 in sparring, 1 in a fight that I saw, and it was brutal. It was brutal. It's a brutal punch if you can throw it correctly. I mean, you can literally make somebody piss blood for a good 2 weeks to a month, or else you're gonna break some ribs on somebody, or you're gonna make somebody wake up not knowing what the hell happened. So it's a brutal punch if you do it correctly. I never had the chance to throw it on anybody or anything, but I've taught it, and my God, it has usually works with no problem. So guys love it because of the momentum thing. Everybody loves to hook. Anybody loves to hook, and it's got good foot movement. Even if they don't, they can teach it somewhat. But yeah, any guy that loves to hook, loves to throw them punches, those hooks. You Samoans out there, you Hawaiians, I know you. They're gonna love this. So, all right, man, let's get to it. Enough of my yapping. Let's go.
All right, let's begin with a little shadow boxing, going through the motion. Now you're going to see I'm going to take my head is going to follow my knee when I step over here. There, my head and my knee will go together, and I'm taking the hook. Okay, I'm bringing the hook over. The hook is textbook, but I am stepping with it, so that momentum is coming with me. Okay, and it's going to change my angle right there. So now I've got a little bit different angle for punches, but I am taking the 3 with me. There it is, samurai punch, as we say, with the 3. Take the 3 with you, and step, the head goes with the knee. Really turn yourself. I tell the guys like they're sprinting to the other way. They're sprinting to their right side, literally in the blocks. And literally pierce the body, go right through it. This is the body shot. Now, I love this body shot because it works a lot, and this is the one that I saw. This is one of the knockouts I actually witnessed. I had he had a guy against the ropes, and he stepped over with that 3, took the 3 with him to the body, and I never seen a guy go down in so much pain in my life. Never have I ever seen a guy go down in so much pain in my life. It worked very well. So now we're going to take that 6 to the body, and it really opens up because once you change that, there you go. And once you flip that hip and turn around, there you are. Give yourself that different angle. It's like the world opens up. Now you see, we'll take the bullet out of the guns every once in a while and go through it like that. But you'll see it. Once you do this, like you said, go nice and slow, and you're going to see, once you change angle, you're going to see just a plethora of openings on this guy. Especially if you connect, because this thing, wow, you connect and it makes a difference. All right, here we are. Now we're on the bag work now. There we are. You're stepping, your head is going. You can see the openings. So you're stepping over with that 3, and once you pivot, you're going to have that 5-2, 5-2-3. You're going to have that 3 to the head, 3 to the body. Everything's going to be open with body shots. But make sure now, you guys, when you're taking that step over, make sure you got your hands up, especially in that right side. Because, man, if they're throwing a hook at the same time you're throwing yours, and you run into theirs with your hand down, yeah, not a good thing. You see the plethora of openings that you're going to have once you change that position. Like I said before, especially if you connect this punch. Even if you don't, it's the pivot, and you're going to find openings that you didn't see before. Everything comes back. Now it's a different angle. You see I'm getting at the complete different angle there. Now see, I'm just stepping, and I'm going to sit down on my back foot, and then I'm going to have that too. Now there, I'm pivoting, and I'm sitting down and putting weight on the left so I can throw it and shift the weight to the right. So here, and then we'll shift, and there it is. Boom. Okay, so you'll feel the momentum. That's why you need to go over this nice and slow, go over it over and over and over again, and you're going to find a comfortability with certain shots. And then you'll be able to just let it go, especially in sparring and in tournament fights. That works very well on the inside when you mix head movement. Head movement is key always. Always move your head, move your shoulders when you're punching and when you're not punching. Because if you only move your head, move your shoulders when you're not punching, and then they know what's going on. If you only move your head, move your shoulders when you're going to punch, they know what's going on. They're going to catch on. Always move your head, move your shoulders. Be in movement. Now see, this is how we open, like the, say we're opening the door there. You see how we're pivoting, and that back foot is swinging all the way around. So you're like opening a door. And then you're pivoting all the way around. Same thing now. Head goes with the knee. Use that latissimus. Use that lat. Use that lat on the right arm. The right back muscle and the right. You do not need to separate them. Squeeze them together and just turn that. It's going to make it a solid shot. You don't have to worry about getting shot in the shot in the stomach there in the side. They're not going to be able to get you in your liver. You keep that. And now we're going over the top now. So this is over the top. This is for those guys that try and use their shoulder roll and all that bullshit. If they're trying that, you're going to go over the shoulder. This is a sledgehammer shot, and we're going to take it with us, okay? I call it the sledgehammer shot because it's like taking a sledgehammer to a tire if you guys have ever done that exercise. It's going over the shoulder of your opponent. Good, and your head's going to go with your knee, and you're going to change direction. There you are. You're going to change your angle. Sledgehammer shot. Right there. So you're literally letting all the weight and all the momentum come down around his shoulder.
Well, there you go, guys. It's like I said, with this, work on the foot movement, nice and easy. Don't try and kill the bag. Don't try and sit there like you're trying to cut a tree down. And go over the technique. It's all about that momentum, and it's got to be. You got to take the foot has to go with the head. The head has to go with the head has to go with the knee. The head has to go with the knee. And you're stepping over. Anyway, so just you got to get that technique down, and once you get it down, then work some punches. Get on the inside, work a few combinations, and then think, okay, let me move my head, and then let me get out. And when you get out, that's where you're going to take the punch with you. So practice the technique, the fundamental, just the flat technique. Then practice actually inside punch combination. Now you want to get out, and then use it to get out. But don't just screw around with this. It can be very effective if done correctly. If done very incorrectly, it could be the end of you. Because if your hands are down and you're going to this side and you're leaving this wide open, you're the one that's going to wake up tomorrow. Okay? And if you're moving to this side and you got your hand this way and you're going this and you're trying to, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever, you leave something exposed and you're literally taking your force, your momentum, and making his punch heavier, more productive, then you're the one that's going to pay that price. And so you have to protect yourself extremely well during this punch. So it could be the death of you, or it could be your savior. So be careful with this. Like I said, practice. Remember, boxing is one thing, and that's why it is so hard to keep the discipline. That's why so many people go to other sports. So many people claim that they fight and they do this and that, and they're the big, but nobody can really master this sport anymore, because as Mike Tyson did, as Sugar Ray Leonard did, as Chavez did, the real Chavez Sr. They did the same things. Duran, they did. The list goes on and on. The old school guys, they did the same things every day, over and over and over and over, and it was never good enough. Never good enough. Then the following week, the following month, the following year, they did the same shit over and over and over. That's the sport. That's the discipline. That's what's missing in today's boxing. You can find the talent. You got to find the discipline. Talent with no discipline is nothing. Anyway, I can go on forever for this. So anyway, all right, guys. That is it. So discipline will get you there. So there it is. Like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. And my God, let me know you're listening. Let me know you're watching, and I'll bring something better next time. So all right, guys. Thank you.